morning. Good morning. Hey, I come to clap my hands. Anyway, how everybody doing? I pray that everybody had a prosperous, healthy Thanksgiving, as you should have. I did. And Purpose made all the desserts, and she made sweet potato cheesecake pies, and I successfully, bite by bite, slice by slice, ate all both of them. You heard me? Both of them. I ate all both of them. So anyway, I was asked by a individual, could I talk about my experience with the gastric weight loss surgery. First of all, I just want to tell you that I decided to have weight loss surgery in 2018. I was sitting at my desk at the time I was working at Head Start, and I just had done tried everything that I could to lose weight. Good morning. To lose weight, and I could not lose weight. And it appeared that every time I went on a diet, instead of me losing weight, this is crazy, I would gain weight. Like everything that you see me posting, meal prepping and all that, that's a skill that was learned. I learned how to meal prep, keto meal prep, when I was at my heaviest at 315. So I was sitting at my desk and I was praying. I had just went to a conference maybe the year before, and the lady getting ready to do praise and worship. Now, you know you chubby. And hey, good morning. You know you chubby when the person that's supposed to be doing praise and worship get a prophetic word from the Lord to let you know that you're going to lose weight supernaturally. She stopped what she was doing, stopped singing, came over to me, and she was like, you're going to lose weight supernaturally. God going to give you a supernaturally breakthrough, because I had tried everything in my power to lose the weight, y'all, and I just could not lose weight. And I want to tell you that a lot of times when you're going through things in your personal life, it contributes to the weight that you carry. And I was going through a lot of things that I was holding internally, which was showing out on the outside with the weight. So I was sitting at my desk and I said, Holy Spirit, I need you to help me. And the Holy Spirit told me to Google. This is how I know it was the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit told me to Google weight loss surgery. I had just noticed on somebody's post, they kept saying #sleeved. And I did not know what that was. I'm like, #sleeve? Why she keep talking about #sleeve? So I Googled it. And I said, oh, she had weight loss surgery. Okay, that intrigued me. So I Googled sleeved. And in my radius, okay, so Phoebe, gastric bypass, I think that's how you say it. Phoebe gastric something came up. And so they have a little form on the thing where you do the form, fill out all this stuff to see if you qualify, and I qualified. And then they tell you to call your insurance provider to see if your insurance provider will accept it. Now, me, I hate calling insurance people. I hate with a passion calling insurance people. But at that moment, I said, let me call the insurance people. I called the insurance people, sure enough, based on me, the assessment that they gave me on the website, I qualified for the surgery. And they gave me an appointment for the next step. I did not mention this to anybody. I had to drive from Bainbridge, Georgia, or from Climax, Georgia, at least 2 or 3 times a month, it felt like, from January until April. They did not give me a date until April. And I said, once they give me a date, that's when I'll share with everybody, because I've pretty much done the hard work. I've been to all the appointments. I did everything that was asked of me to be a participant in the weight loss program, because there's certain stipulations you have to meet. You have to be a certain weight. From the weight that you go there, you can't go past that weight. And if you're too weighty, you have to be at a certain weight. I was 315. And I couldn't go past, okay? So they gave me a date in April. And when they gave me the date, my date was April the 24th. That's when I told my family. And I didn't want to tell my parents, because my mom's sister is a nurse. And my mom Googled everything. She swears she like the Google doctor. And so I already knew she was going to tell me all the cons of having the surgery. And I didn't want to hear it because my mind was made up. I had did everything that I possibly could do to lose the weight, and I could not lose the weight. So I told my family, and of course my mom started Googling it and telling me all the stuff that could go wrong. But baby, at this point, I'd been going to the doctor from December. I mean, from January 2019 to April. So we finna have this surgery, book boom. Okay. So they gave me the date, and it seemed like when they gave me the date, they also gave me a diet plan that you were supposed to do called the liver shrink diet plan. Y'all listen to me and listen to your girl well. Baby, you supposed to do that liver shrink diet. T-Dog Jenkins got a gluttonous spirit out of this world, and I did not do that liver diet. I did not. I ate everything I wanted to eat, drank everything I wanted to drink. I just did everything that I wanted to do instead of doing what the paper said do. Okay, so I go to my surgery, go in. I didn't even tell the people I had sleep apnea. I didn't think that was a big thing because of all of the weight that I had. I was diabetic. I had high blood pressure. And I also had sleep apnea, where I had to sleep with the thing on my face, which I did. So because I wasn't sleeping with it on my face, I didn't mention that to the people. And plus, I've had surgeries prior to this where that was not an issue. So anyway, I go to the room, get ready to go have my surgery. I'm all nervous and stuff. I wanted my parents to go with me, but someone else went with me. But I really wish my parent would have went with me, because when I woke up from this, baby, this the part they don't tell you. Okay. Had the surgery, went to anesthesia. I woke up to this white nurse. I could hear her, but I couldn't talk. That's why I said I needed my mama back there, because my mama would have gathered her all the way up. She fussing at me. You get your booty up on this thing. You can move. Did tell us you had sleep apnea and you was back choking and gagging when they put that thing down your throat. I'm like, hold up, swallow up. I couldn't say this, but it's what I'm saying in my mind. Little white lady, you better get you some business. And quit trying to handle me like that, because I can't respond to you. I mean, she was just so mean to me. All I could do, I could smell cigarettes. I could smell she had just finished smoking a cigarette. And she had an attitude. I'm like, what you got an attitude for? You ain't had a surgery. She was mad at me because I didn't tell them that I had sleep apnea, and it caused some complications while I was asleep. So they got me off of that bed into the bed that I was supposed to go to, right? So I got on the bed. They took me to my room, and it was like they left me. They left me in the room. I was in the room by myself. I'm in the room by myself. I'm talking about in the room by myself. And when I wake up, I realize that I have a little tube hanging out my side, right? I got the catheter. I hate catheters. And I got the little tube. So my only concern the entire time was they need to take this catheter out of me, and they need to take this tube off of me, because what's all this about? So anyway, the black nurse came in. She was very nice to me, and she was like, hey, be encouraged. You got this. I had the surgery before I was like 400 pounds, and now good morning, sis. Now I'm at my goal weight. You got this. That was encouraging. But baby, her encouragement didn't help for the fact that she was finna go home. Now, while she was in there, I'm gonna call her Nurse Happy. I don't remember her name. But while Nurse Happy was in there, I was good, because she was helpful. But when Nurse Happy went home, there was no help. I was so big, y'all. I was so swole that I couldn't get out the bed. And you had to get out the bed to go to the bathroom. Nobody was coming in there to help me go to the bathroom. So I had to figure out a way how to scooch to the bottom of the bed. Then I would pull myself up, and then I would go to the bathroom, because like I said, the person that was supposed to be at the hospital with me wasn't at the hospital with me. I wish my mama would have went because I would have had support. So if you think about having the surgery, make sure you have somebody on your team that's going to support and help you. And you probably won't be as big as I was, because I was big. I'm talking about big. So I had to figure out how to get off the bed, how to go to the bathroom. And then once I went to the bathroom, I had to figure out how to get back on the bed, because I had this thing hanging out my side. And baby, before I went, now when I have my babies, my hair gonna be cute. I used to have a tonic brush and a haircut. I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm my lip gloss and everything. Okay, I don't push no babies out. I just couldn't push them. I'm gonna get a C-section. So I'm thinking this is gonna be the same kind of thing. I done took my Gooood set. I got my hair did, no braids, the curly on the side. The first lady do I used to wear, so I was real cute. Baby, I couldn't touch that Gooood. I waddled that hairdo. I got the hairdo before. You have to stay from Wednesday. I had the gastric sleeve, not the bypass. I had to stay from Wednesday to Saturday. By Saturday, that whole weave, baby, I ain't have no bunny. I wasn't studying that weave. You know I ain't got no eyebrows. Like, I don't look like this until I get up in the morning and put myself together, okay? Baby, I was so not together and I didn't care. I was in pain. I could not drink the milk mussel. They kept bringing me a milk mussel to drink. I could not drink the milk mussel because they give you, it's like they cut your stomach down to the size of a baby banana. So every time I tried to drink, I would throw it back up. I couldn't drink the broth. I couldn't drink water. I couldn't drink anything. And plus I was in so much pain. I know you would have been there. I sure needed somebody. I was in so much pain. And my hand was swollen because of the IV. My throat was hurting because I didn't tell the people that I had sleep apnea. And apparently, they trying to put the whatever thing they put down your throat and T-Dog snowing. I mean, I done went into, I was big and juicy. I done went into a mama bear snore, okay? Full-fledged snoring on operating table. And it was making the thing vibrate in my throat. And they was mad. Especially old grumpy troll under the bridge. I don't know her name, but she grumpy cigarette lady. So anyway, by day Saturday, it was time for me to go. And I did muscle up enough strength to scooch up to put my makeup on, because at that time I had somebody come to pick me up and they was getting ready to take me home. But I still had this thing on my side. Every time a nurse or somebody come in there, they were checking on me, but I needed bedside assistant. I needed like a CNA, somebody to live in the room with me at all times, and they just weren't providing that service. I kept asking them, what is this on my side? Why, what is this? And she's like, we're going to take it out. It's okay. Just calm down. Okay. So I done muscled up the strength. I took a bath, but baby, we want the funk. Got to have the funk was going on in my room, because I was not studying no water. No brushing my teethis. I wasn't studying none of that, baby. I was in pain, and I couldn't move, and I ain't had no help. So when nobody finna come in there and wipe T-Dog off, you just go get a bath when you get home. So the Saturday for me to leave came, and I'm asking the lady to take this out of me. I want this out. I want this out. She's like, it's okay. We're gonna take it out. And nobody explained to me what it was. So I put on my clothes and try to fix my makeup a little bit so I won't look too ragged when my ride come. And I'm sitting on the edge of the chair. Now, she was like, what time your ride coming? Because you're going to be released at this time. And we're going to take that thing out but right before you leave. I said, wait, well, they'll be here around such and such time. Okay. So she came in. She's like, okay, now let me explain to you what happened. Now, they ain't said nothing what happened to me from Wednesday to Saturday. She said, when they went in to do the surgery, your liver was enlarged. And I was like, ooh, that's because I ain't do the diet. I ain't do the liver shrink diet. Baby, I ate a whole chocolate cake at a birthday party. I'm talking about the whole cake. So I had a real bad gluttonous spirit. So anyway, she said, and when they went in, because your liver hadn't shrunk, when they was, rerouting your tummy, they accidentally cut your liver, and so your liver was bleeding. So we put this thing here to collect the blood. So that's what it was. It was collecting the blood from my liver. She said, now, we're getting ready to pull it out. I'm like, okay, take it out. I'm ready for you to get it out. Okay. So I'm sitting there. She said, sit up straight like this. Sit up. Now lean up and take a deep breath. And I'm going to pull. And baby, when I did that, when I tell you that lady pulled my whole soul, when I talk about it's 3 layers of you, baby, she pulled layer 1, layer 2, and layer 3. And it was like my body just concaved like this. Like I was stuck like in this position, because you didn't tell me you was finna pull. You didn't tell me that the tube was inside my, I knew it was hanging out and I couldn't really feel it, but you didn't tell me that it was so deep in me that it was on my liver. You didn't tell me that. So my healing process, I have 6 or either 8 little bumps where they go in and they're doing the surgery, right? I had those bumps, plus I had an open wound on the side that took about 8 to 9 to 12 weeks for it to close on its own. So my healing process after the sleeve was bad. I had a cane. I had to walk with a cane because I don't know what happened when they pulled that. It was torture when they pulled that thing out of me. It just made my body kind of like concave this way. So I was walking through the house with a cane, but I still had to be a mom. I still had to cook. I still had to do everything that I had to do. And I wouldn't trade this experience for anything. I would tell you to be obedient. Do what they tell you to do. Do the liver diet. Just do what they tell you to do because it's for your good. I didn't realize that at the time. They were trying to help me. They weren't trying to hurt me. They was telling me, your liver need to be shrunk. Greedy. But I had a glutton spirit. So that was that. Got home. I started drinking those protein, not to ensure the other protein shakes at first with the sleeve. I don't know about the gastric people, but with the sleeve, you start off with liquids for 6 weeks. I would take noodle packets out the noodles. The Roman noodle, my favorite one was the roast chicken. Hey, glory. And I would make my broth out of that. You couldn't drink much of the broth because it's like you trying to get your body accustomed to what you can take. I would drink the broth. I would go to Sonic's and get the crushed ice. And I would take those Kool-Aid packets, those that you put in your waters. I would sprinkle that on top of my ice. And I would eat the ice. That was my favorite thing to do above all, was to eat that ice, baby. Because I could consume a lot of that. And my brain kept, even though I couldn't eat a lot, my brain kept telling me that I was hungry. Even though I know I wasn't hungry, it kept telling me, you're hungry, you need to eat. You're hungry, you need to eat. But I couldn't eat. I did not lose weight immediately. And I just, in my mind, but my diabetes did go away immediately. My high blood pressure didn't go away because I was still in a high stress situation. But the diabetes went away immediately. I still suffer from the bad toe diabetes syndrome, where my left toe, whole foot just like your granddaddy. And you have to get hedge clippers to clip your toenails. That was one of the effects of having diabetes. My diabetes went away. But the weight didn't just fall off like I thought it was. I was thinking like, babe, I'm gonna come home and she gonna be snatch it so, girl, snatch. No, ma'am, it didn't. I wasn't snatched. I had the surgery in April. In June is when I started noticing that I was losing weight, and I was getting frustrated. Like, you done got a whole hole in the side, and I'm getting on the scale every day. Don't do that. I'm getting on the scale every day. Getting measuring my waist every day. Like, girl, what's going on? Why you ain't losing this weight? Then something happened in May. And by April, the weight started falling. So by the end of that year, I could tell that I was losing weight. And, I got down from 315 to 240, and I was plateaued. They don't tell you about the plateau. You plateau. I don't know how or why. You just plateau. So I plateaued, and then I got COVID. And when I got COVID, I lost from 240. In 2 days, I went from 240 to 228. However many pounds in between it. And I stayed that weight from 2019 to 2021, 22, something like that. I stayed that weight. And then when I met David, I went down to my weight that I was supposed to, and I wasn't even exercising or dieting. So what, in closing, I would say, when you have the sleeve, you need to do what the doctors tell you to do during your first appointments. Do your liver shrink diet. Also, be prepared and have somebody to go with you so that you'll have a support. You're going to need somebody that's going to be there, because they're going to make you stay from Wednesday to Saturday, however many days that is. You're going to need support. Then when you get home, know that you still gonna have to put in the work, because I still have to put in the work. I still be calling my doctor to my, hey, can you give me some Adapeg? Because your girl, even though I got a banana-sized stomach, your girl's still hungry. I need some help. Help you to stop. I still have to do stuff to help me to lose weight, because I need to go in the prayer line on Sunday and get delivered from this glutton demon. Number one, that's what it is. I got a glutton demon, just be real with you. And that's not a God. So you got to put in the work, you got to exercise, and you got to do what worked for you. The biggest hack of the weight loss to me was that noodle broth. It was busting, it was salty, and it was good. I did not like scrambled eggs. And then they tell you something about dumping. I didn't know what that was. And basically what that is all of a sudden something that you eat and you do not know what it is, what it's going to be that you eat, but it's going to make you violently ill all of a sudden. It could just be just something random. I think I ate a Cinnamon Toast Crunch one morning. The little kids at Head Start, the little cereal, I ate one square Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and next thing you know, I'm doing projectile vomit. I'm like, what? Where did you do that? So you got to, and I didn't have too many dumping spells. So you do have dumping spells. And other than that, this journey has been a good journey, but it's going to be a journey. It's not the all tail fix. Now, if you just want to get it over with, you do the bypass. That's when you see everybody with the malnourished necks, and they weigh 5 pounds. The bypass will get you to 5 pounds because they be sick. I chose, after doing my research, looking at all these YouTube videos, that black people, black women especially, we did better for us health-wise with the sleeve versus the gastric bypass. It seemed like those people kept having to go to the hospital and kept having to get IVs because they dehydrated. They couldn't keep nothing down. Water, broth, nothing. So my spouse at the time wasn't even in agreement. So with me having it, and I didn't want to always be in the hospital. So that's why I chose to do the sleeve, because from looking at all these videos and things, everybody did better. Black women did better with the sleeve than they did the gastric. They didn't have to go to the hospital and spend hours and days in the hospital getting IVs for being dehydrated. So that's it. If you have any individual questions, you can reach out to me in my inbox and we can talk about it, or you need support or anything else. Because my man finna get off from work. My man. Okay? And he finna call me. And I need to be there to answer. Like, hey, babe, what's up? Okay, I'm sorry. You getting lipo? I ain't doing nothing. After they pulled that tube out of my side, I don't care. I be telling David, listen. This jiggling. It's jiggling, baby. Go ahead, baby. It's just gonna jiggle. I'm gonna have a fat stomach. You just deal with it, okay? It ain't going nowhere. And neither are you, a little bit. So just go sit your little booty down. Because I ain't doing it. It is what it is, okay? So, y'all be blessed. I'm finna get off this phone because he finna mess the broadcast up anyway. Have a good day. And again, if you need any more questions answered about the gastric, my experience, thank you, friend, because we ain't doing that, okay? One of us need to be the chubbier person in the relationship. Both of us can't be skinny. And you skinny enough for both of us. So, you win, okay? So, anyway, let me go before you call. Bye, y'all.